Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, guys, from my team, my Canadian team. Because why do I say Canadian? Because today is a very special presentation that we're doing and recording. It is unprecedented. It's for the first time when we have a Chief Marketing Officer, Julie Bolster, joining us. And I'm so proud to say that she's doing it for us. She's doing it for our Canadian team. I actually think it's been well overdue to have Julie, but I kind of never knew, I never had courage to invite her because I'm Russian. We grew up with hierarchy. I absolutely know the standings. And it's in me, it's built in me. You don't ask your superior, and you definitely don't go up for something like that. So one day we were conversing, and I asked Julie, would you mind? And she immediately said yes. It's incredible. So we're not going to introduce Julie because I also have an amazing co-presenter and interviewer with me. And because you're Canadians, you absolutely know Melanie Wakeland. Mel is MC3, seriously on her way to EC1. She is a member of Canadian Field Advisory Board. She's an extremely valid member of Canadian Field Advisory Board. Her feedbacks and her approach, her proactivity there, I think is critical for Canadian growth. Not just my team, our team, but the whole Canada. And on top of it, actually, Melanie is amazing interviewer. You didn't know that. I didn't know that till actually we started interviewing people. She's absolutely awesome. I'm done. Mel, take it away. Thank you, Julie. Grateful.
Oh, thank you, Sveta. That's an honor for me. Mel, I'm so excited to be on with you guys.
Well, that is now I have to perform. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Julie. And thank you for, I love what Sveta said about this Canadian twist on what we have, because maybe just give a little bit of a gist of what we're talking about and the company that we represent, which is LifeVantage, which I'm sure everybody knows if they're listening to this, but tell us what LifeVantage means to you and the
Oh,
whole story of activation and what that means to you, Julie.
she is a good interviewer. She's going to tug at my heartstrings like right immediately. We're going to go deep, like real fast here. Oh, wow. There's so much to unpack with that question. I think on a personal level, LifeVantage is hope for me. It came in a time in my life when I had just had a little baby boy, a caboose baby that we were not planning for. He was 6 months old when I took this job, so even younger when I was introduced with this opportunity. And kind of just questioning what was next for me. What is this life, and what is my path, and what is this journey that I'm on? Am I doing enough for my health? Am I approaching this the right way? I have 4 other kids that are older, and I kind of use this last baby as kind of a recenter and just a question. And LifeVantage came kind of right at the perfect time, kind of right at that intersection of these questions, and really figuring out what I wanted this kind of next phase to look like. And it brought all the pieces together that I was searching for. Like, I had been in the health and wellness space a long time. I had been passionate about that because I am a mom, and I want to take care of myself, and I want to show up for myself and have energy to live big, dream big. And it felt like this approach and learning about Protandem, which is our flagship product, kind of blew my brain wide open. And like, if this is true, why don't more people know about this? And what we have our hands on here could literally change how people approach and view their health and the control that they have with their health. So LifeVantage for me is that kind of hope, because it kind of brought back perspective just personally, for me, kind of connected all those dots. And it was the aha, the light bulb moment, for me, that's like, I want to be a part of that. That's it. That's kind of what I was searching for. And so I get to be, working at the corporate office, kind of the guardian and the protector of what we have, and make sure that, more people hear about this. In kind of just a few words, like to kind of summarize, like the brand or the company in general, moving away from personal. We are the activation company, and activation is going beyond supplementation. And I say that, and I mean that for both the products, because again, that approach that inspired me, I had been used to supplementation, used to bridging deficiencies in my diet, used to, supplementing, truly, that's the word, what I wasn't getting. But this activation story of my body's capable of doing these things. It's capable of making these things that I need for health. Let's turn that back on. And that's what we mean when we say activation on the science side. Now, but supplementation works on our business side too, because we're a direct sales company, and we're a lot of other opportunities. You're trading time for dollars, right? Supplementation. You didn't have this, we're going to supplement your income. Activation takes it a step further, right? You're building a team, you're building an organization, you're diving in professionally, you're activating a business with LifeVantage, going beyond that supplementation of just a straight trade time for dollars. We're going to work together, we're going to empower each other, and that network and that community not only lifts us up, it lifts the entire community up. So again, taking supplementation beyond activation, or activation goes beyond supplementation.
I 100% agree with everything that you just said. And I will tell you that from a personal perspective, I know that there are special gatekeepers in our corporate office that are protecting this brand and this company. And I just want to just say, like, thank you for being one of those, because I know that this is happening. We are special. What we have, not only what we have with our products, but also what we have with the people that it attracts.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the difference is?
The difference with LifeVantage, obviously we know who we are. I think a lot of companies, like the fact that I'm able to say, like, we are activating your life, both on the health and wellness side, but on this business side, and that we will always stay true to that. And that is our North Star. I think a lot of companies kind of chase after trend, or, the hot thing, or they have that product, we need that product too. And they lose sight of who they are, and they lose sight of that direction and that North Star. But for me, and that stands out as a difference. Like, we know who we are. We feel like this is the best approach. We can keep innovating around the science. We don't have to be distracted, or when we roll out a product, people be like, great product, but I'm not quite sure how it fits. I'm not quite sure what we're doing here. That seems a little far. I have to learn a whole new story, or like, no, none of that at LifeVantage. We're the activation company. That is our difference, and we own that. And that is our North Star, what we live and breathe every day. And you can rest assured that's here to stay. We're not trying to chase something or chase a different company or be something that we're not. We're proud of who we are and want to double down on that every chance we get.
Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned family and kids, and I'll be honest with you, when I found out that you had 5 kids, I was like, what? She doesn't look old enough to have any.
22 to 3, he's almost 4, my little caboose guy.
Wow. Well, this is a personal question for you, but now you're on the corporate side of things, but would you ever encourage your children to go into network marketing?
Yes, and I have. You want to know a really cute story? Like,
Yeah.
I get ready and go to events and pack. And actually, this is related to Canada, because I was coming to Canada for the first time to launch our True Science skincare line. which is kind of working with your skin and activating your skin health. But I was packing to go up to Canada, and it was, what was it? It was like January, Sveta? No, like February, March in Edmonton. Like it was cold. And so I was packing a big suitcase to get all of the warm clothes kind of packed. And my daughter was making a joke and kind of climbed into my suitcase because I was carrying a big suitcase. She's like, "Can I come with you?" And I said, "Not this time, honey. Let's climb out of the suitcase, but let's talk about it. Like, do you know what I do on these trips?" She's like, "No, Mom, actually, I would love to know, what is going on a trip look like? What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, at these events, our consultants get together and we talk and we inspire each other and we motivate each other to change lives and make a difference." And so she just kind of sat there, very cute, okay, changing lives, that makes a difference. So anyway, flew up to Canada, had a great event, got to meet a ton of incredible consultants there. And I call her, right? You check in kind of every day and see how the day went. And she went, "Mom, I miss you, but how many lives did you change today?" And that just broke my heart, but also in the best way, because that's what this company, that's what this opportunity does. And I just got teary-eyed, thinking I wonder how many lives we did change today. There were 200 people in the room. But then when you think about how that grows and that expands, and I want that for my kids, I want them to be part of something that changes lives. And I'm proud that they know that about what I do and what I get to do. And I hope that inspires them to dream big, whatever their passion is. But yes, absolutely, that would be an amazing career path for them, because that, I truly believe that's what we're doing. And when there's heart in that, there's soul in that. And that's what you want for your kids with anything they do, right?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. So I brought one of my sons to Kansas City to one of the events just after he turned 18. And he never decided to do it. None of my kids, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's hard to even get them to take the products because they don't quite, you know how it is with kids. But that would just be, if I could do this with my kids, and I think, at some point, who knows, it may happen, but that is the icing on the cake, because I know that so much of what we do is about making people feel good enough about themselves to be able
Yeah.
to go out and talk about activation.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Confident and
Yeah.
empowered, and they know something and they have something that's of value and of worth, and that they themselves see themselves that way too. It's a really powerful, from a personal development and kind of coaching mentality. I don't think there's a better industry for that. And a very focused, kind of crash course in all the best ways of what that looks like, and making yourself kind of be that 1% better every day.
Yes to that, Julie.
Mhm.
So, hey, where do you see LifeVantage and the science? Let's talk about the science. Where do you see the
Sure.
science going?
Well, what's awesome about what we do is the science is evolving. There's lots of trends and kind of emerging science. But what's exciting about activation is there's a lot of things in your body that are slowing down or speeding up, right? And probably in a negative way. So when we say activation, it's finding the right areas and finding where the nutrigenomics, and that's finding the blend of the ingredients that are doing that signaling to say, turn this on, we need to get this production going. Using that nutrigenomics to find other areas of the body and other things that we need for health that are slowing down, speeding up, that our bodies need for health. So we are always, every day, I wish it's I'm not exaggerating when I say every day, thinking and reading and researching and learning more about our body, learning more about its interactions with nutrients, learning about what kind of those declines look like, what have the most impact to your health. And then the question is kind of what else can we activate? What else is in the home? It's almost a little hard because on our end where there's so many things, like where do we kind of want to hone in on, and where do we think we can have the most impact and resonate with the most people? But that's where the science will always stay, is finding that nutrigenomic blend, those nutrients that are doing that turning on, empowering that cellular level, that genetic level to work as designed.
When you guys came out with the last product,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I had never even heard that we could activate, that specific hormone or that specific pathway.
Yeah.
So I am sure that most of us don't know anything about what's possible.
Yeah, it's a big, and that hormone in particular is one that we're watching as we're even learning more, and science is learning more about why your body needs it and its role in your body. And it's cool to be already now have an activator on the market that's doing that, and learning about the neuroprotective, the cardioprotective, the organ, tissue kind of connection and strengthening that's going on when it's present and working for your body. So it goes way beyond, some of the things that society knows it for, and goes way more into health and kind of making that whole body approach. And really, because really it's that brain gut connection and how much it's doing as it's communicating along that highway that is our gut brain axis.
Yeah. So from Canada perspective, and I mean, right now we've been piggybacking off a lot of what the US has. And, slowly as time progresses, we get, more and more products on our Canadian side. But really the success generally happens in the States first, and then we get to experience it. If you were looking in on Canada right now, what do you see for Canada and the LifeVantage opportunity?
I see a whole country that needs activation. Like, I think it still feels so ground floor for a lot of our markets, but Canada, there is a ton of, I think this approach and this cell care is like the best form of self-care. And that is kind of self-care is resonating with a lot of younger audiences and wanting to take care and do the best for yourself. Well, let's get to the root of that. Let's get to that level, because that's the best thing you can do. That's the best way to be proactive. That's the best way to take back control of your health, is empowering it to work as it's designed. And I for Canada, just I see that I get excited because it's like, who are those new leaders, and who are those fresh kind of minds that are just waiting and yearning for this. And they don't, like me, before I got introduced to LifeVantage, looking for an answer, knowing there was something different, whose life is being impacted by stress right now on a whole different level, or their life is changing. It looks a little different than they thought it would. Like I get goosebumps thinking how many people there are like that need this. And then, like you said, we'll have those products coming as soon as we can, but getting them primed now and asking and educating on activation and our key activators now, I think is huge for that market. And that potential, and I think people will get it. We just need to be loud, and we need to be bold, and we need to tell people what we really have, and that we need them to be a part of it. That abundance mindset of there's room here for everybody kind of exists.
Yeah, that's probably the best feeling that I have about LifeVantage is the abundance mindset. And it does not feel competitive. It
Totally.
feels like completely collaborative from the top down. I'll tell you a secret. I have been in LifeVantage now for almost 10 years, and I have never Now, keep in mind that I live in rural Alberta, but I have never had anybody say to me, hey, Mel, have you heard about ProTandem or have you heard about LifeVantage? Never.
Mhm.
Never has anybody ever come up to me and told me about it. And so that just means to me that we are so cutting edge still, and
Mhm.
that honestly, your chance of hearing about this in Canada is still so minuscule, probably in the US as well.
Mhm.
Um,
And
but
we
from
have
a
things people want. People are searching for this. This
yeah,
is a conversation that it's like, why didn't you introduce me to it? Like, if this was going to impact me, if this is, and again, that's what I mean by being bold. And like, we're the only ones getting in our own way with that, because I think it's such like that conversation and that I care about you. And have you ever thought about this way and approaching it this way? That is something that I would want my friends to teach me. I live in not rural Alberta. I live in a big city in Utah where we're based, and there is still people like that. Like, I just get like so excited again that there's that potential, and we have so much good and there's so much growth and so much waiting to happen. Like, I'm thrilled with all the stories I see, and then it's like, but I know there's way more out there. Like, it's almost like a goal. Like, how many can we find? Like, what if
I
I
was
started not counting what the no's I got and really focused in on the lives that I'm changing and the stories that are coming in that are positive?
So on that note, one time I was in Utah at a LifeVantage event, and it was when we were the sponsor of Real Salt Lake, and we were all on the bus and we were going to the event. And everyone was walking around in LifeVantage shirts, and LifeVantage sponsors it. It's like banners and flags everywhere. And we were on the bus with people going to the event that were like, what's LifeVantage? I've never heard about it. And they lived in Utah.
They're wearing our the shirt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was funny. There was we had someone come through our office because she had just heard about it and wanted, she's like, I live around the corner. She's my neighbor. She like walked through our office and she's like, you work here? I'm like, yes, like this is what I do. Kind of embarrassing. Like, I need to get louder too. Like, guess I don't talk to my neighbors enough about my day job. But anyway, it was just a reminder of there's so many people that we could be helping if we were just a little more bold and courageous. Because again, I think they're looking for it. As soon as she heard, it was like she was there and she was touring our office. Like, how easy is that that I could have helped with that years ago?
Right? And so much of what I feel like the last few years has just primed us.
Mhm.
It has primed us for products, it has primed us for business. What how do you see the comp plan and the biggest thing that we can offer to Canadians? When you talk about our comp plan, what do you get most excited about?
Well, our comp plan is really designed to meet you where you are. So, and it grows with you like that. Those first, we call them share, build, grow, and lead, right? So don't be, I don't let it, just kind of like the science, don't let it get in your way, or don't feel like you have to understand the comp plan and all the intricacies and all the levels and all the different bonuses, because it is meant to evolve. That's what the name of our comp plan, with you as you come on from as a new consultant to all the way through to those executive and leadership ranks. So at the very beginning, you are incentivized, paid. There's some great kind of personal sharing bonuses, great commissions that are there for you as you start building confidence and just start sharing. And that's why it's called the share phase. And so there's specific ways you earn from just selling product, very similar to kind of like that affiliate model of just kind of commissions. And that's what that front end, that's our internal jargon, but that's what that is doing is, hey, you're getting confidence, you're growing here. As you start to add people to your team and you're not just supplementing your income, kind of what we were talking about earlier, you're activating it, and you're getting more people kind of with you and telling that story and excited to share, and you're coming up with strategies together and really far reaching. That's when you're starting to build and grow. And there's other bonuses and things that are you're incentivized for being a leader and helping others, sharing the product. And then in that leads category now, okay, you've got a full-blown organization, several kind of leaders maybe under you, and incentivized with another bonus. So anyway, I'm just trying to make a point that don't let it be overwhelming with you. It will grow as you do. You need to focus on the comp plan side at that very beginning and just start talking and start sharing and start inviting. And the comp plan will work as you do that. Now you could stop and say, I'm very comfortable with just sharing, or I don't want to, necessarily grow a team, or I'm not, I only want to grow a team. I'm very focused on just finding those business builders, and the comp plan will meet you where you are at and reward you for the type of business that you want to have. That is very different in terms of how comp plans and other things in the industry are structured. We wanted it to feel very accessible, whether you were just starting, and very lucrative. Like, we know your time is precious and there's other things that you could be doing with your time. So are you rewarded for your time and the time you're putting into this business? And feel like our comp plan does that better than anything in the industry.
Well, I would agree with that. I don't know every comp plan like I'm sure you do, but I know what it feels like from a distributor perspective, and I feel supported, I feel valued, and I feel like we have something that is special to share. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much for just taking some time out of your, I feel like this right here, this conversation has just given some buoyancy to our entire country once they hear it. And I feel like it's going to be a special message for Canada.
Yeah.
Also from a perspective of being on here on Sveta's Zoom, like, uh, we never talked about it much at the beginning, but from somebody with Sveta's credentials to be marketing a product in a company like this, to me, most of us don't understand the science like she does. And to me, that just puts so much more value and credence on what we have. And to know that we have the corporate support that is, activating that, and all of us as you go, this just feels like such a great place to be.
Oh, it really is. It's a really special community, a really special company, a really special mission. You guys are both incredible leaders. Like, if you are watching this and you want to know, like, if this is for you, these two women right here, you like look no further, because you guys are both like incredible, heart driven, mission driven. And I couldn't think of better. I'm so proud that we are partnered. Like, Sveta is on our SAB and we get to partner with her there, and Melanie, you're on the FAB. Like, great people doing great things together. So thank you guys, and thank you both for everything that you do. And it's a great time. Like, it's a great time to be at LifeVantage. It is
It
so
really,
much. It is. It's exciting. Like, this is
as
like,
you said it, I got
I
goosebumps.
know. Like, and it's like, I really mean that. Like, there is a home here. There is a space for you looking to make a difference. We know who we are. We're getting loud, and it is a truly kind of unique kind of blend. All these pieces are coming together, from the product side, from our comp plan, from if you're just being a customer, we've got some great incentives and ways to engage and help you out. Like, and other than health, right? Like that's kind of the core of everything that of what we're doing. But it's just fun. It is fun to be around people and like-minded people who see this and get it and are willing to partner and be a part of it. And it's exciting. All the pieces coming together.
Well, we will get to see each other in not
Yay!
too long, couple weeks at the global convention. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that, and for anybody that's out there listening, whenever you see this, you may see it after the global convention, but if you see this before the global convention and this piques your interest, it's not too late. You can come.
Isn't yeah, you still have time. We're in the
Yeah.
same time zone right now. Like you're not that far.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of a Tuesday night with 5 kids. And thank you so much,
That's all
Julie.
right. They know we're changing lives. There's no place they'd rather me be either.
Incredible,
We're all in.
incredible amount of gratitude, incredible amount of thanks, incredible amount of synergy now between those three. And I don't even have words to this amazing interview, to this amazing presentation, whatever you call it. Amazing Melanie with all these questions, amazing you opening eyes. And there is nothing more important than changing lives. That's how we are remembered after we're gone. We're not remembered by our dollar signs. Our legacy is into how many lives have we changed. So Julie, so many things and much love to you. And yes, we will see you in Salt Lake
And
City.
can we do this again too? Like we'll see you in Salt Lake City. That'll be fun. But the more we can get on and talk about this, come on.
Okay, this is still in recording, so
I know. So I'm on the record. I'm very well aware we're being
record, you're very aware of it, right?
No, I love it because again, I get to see your smiling faces. It reminds me of what we're doing and the impact. And so let's do it again.
Oh, by
It's a
all,
date.
okay, that's a date.
Deal.
Thank you.
Mhm.